Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Today is Thursday, April 2nd. I was going to play a trick on you yesterday with it being April 1st, but I didn't think that would be very well received or appropriate. So hopefully you had a great day yesterday. I wanted to start out with a state of Florida update. Today, as of 11 o'clock, we have 8,010 cases in the state of Florida, with 128 deaths, 33 confirmed cases in Martin County, 630 in Palm Beach County, and 38 in Indian River County. So we're kind of sandwiched in between Palm Beach County and Indian River County, and so Martin County does have 33 confirmed cases. So you may have heard by now that the governor, DeSantis, has mandated a 30-day stay-at-home order unless you are pursuing essential services and/or activities. This order will take effect tonight at midnight. So the word there that everyone's asking is, what is essential services and/or activities? And I think there needs to be some greater clarification on what essential services are. However, I think that will be forthcoming from the governor. What that will look like here at Sand Hill Cove is we will continue to monitor individuals leaving the campus, inquiring upon your return where you were, and either myself or somebody on our leadership team will be contacting you to discuss that. What we're trying to do is minimize the number of people leaving campus. This time period is extremely critical, as I mentioned on Tuesday. It's really, really crucial that we just buckle down, and I'm thinking that we saw a spike in people leaving the campus after my talk on Tuesday because they wanted to get additional grocery items or what have you, but we did see yesterday on the day shift about 28 people left the campus, and then more on the evening shift. So we will continue to be monitoring that, and I would really just encourage your participation and just remaining here on campus. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to discuss any concerns that you may have. With trash services, wanted to just also let you know about that. Somebody's trying to walk through, so sorry for the distraction here. So with trash services, we have seen an increase in the amount of trash naturally because of the brown bag. So we are implementing a process, and this actually came from a suggestion from one of your fellow residents. And each day, a plastic trash bag will be delivered in your brown bag for you to use for your styrofoam waste. Bag all styrofoam daily, crush it if possible to save space, and tie off your bag. By 10 a.m. The next morning, place the bag outside of your front door, and a member of our team will be picking it up. Do not place bags out the night before because raccoons will find it and make a mess. And then, of course, the trash rooms will still be available for you to use, but please remember that styrofoam is not recyclable and items must be bagged for disposal. So, when will this start? Sunday night, you will have a trash can liner placed in your brown bag. So Sunday night's dinner or whatever styrofoam you have, insert that into the trash can liner, place it outside your door by 10 a.m. on Monday morning for a member of our team to pick it up. I'm going to outline this in the weekly as well, so you'll have this information to review as well. So masks, surgical masks continue to be a hot commodity for us. We have an order of about 10,000 surgical masks that were supposed to arrive on Tuesday. Like the rest of the world, there's a shortage of those masks, and so we did not receive that order. We're told that it's being held up in Kentucky, so I just want to encourage you all to not approach our screeners in front of the clubhouse asking them for a surgical mask. They have been instructed not to provide a surgical mask to anyone other than our employees, private duty aides, and vendors. However, as I said on Tuesday, we do have a number of bandanas, so once we receive our surgical mask order, we can offer you a bandana at that time. Clubhouse access. I wanted to talk a little bit about this as well. So we really want to hunker down here in the clubhouse and restrict access in the clubhouse. So you will notice that there is some caution tape that is just behind Mary Beth's desk, and that is behind that area is going to be off limits to you. We would only ask that you go into the library or come to Mary Beth's desk. We have turned the card room into an employee break room so that we can honor the proper social distancing that is required when our staff are eating their meals. So a couple fun things. I know I'm always telling you what you can't do or changes to restrict. So a couple fun things. I spoke to Phyllis this morning, and she is going to reach out to Kelly Arnold and see if Kelly could come in and do basically an art class, and it'd be probably about an hour, and then we could broadcast that on Channel 63, just so you can kind of see the transformation of whatever it is that she's painting. She did that a while ago in the clubhouse, and I think it could be something fun for you to see virtually as well. So we're working on that. Phyllis also has this grand idea of doing some sort of outdoor concert, and what that would look like is she would have an entertainer come in with audio equipment and then kind of move around the exterior of the campus on the outside of the buildings. She assures me that this could work, and I want to support her on it, and I want to believe that it would be something fun for us all to participate in. So be on the lookout for that. The other thing that we're working on is our culinary presentation. So we have some very talented individuals in our culinary department, and just to kind of change it up, do a culinary presentation where we're featuring maybe a chef preparing a special meal or somebody preparing a special dessert, and so broadcasting that to you as well. So just, we're at the point now where we are really just trying to think of creative things that we can do to continue to keep you engaged and make you feel like that you're just, that there's still life. So we're excited about that. Carrie is putting in the brown bag tonight a head to toe daily stretching routine, so look forward to that. And I know that there's a lot of wellness that continues to go on. So with the grocery list, that is a very fluid and forever changing, evolving process. I like where we're headed with that, because I think even after all of this is over, we can continue this. However, I've received some feedback on pricing, and for instance, I think the peanut butter is $6 for 16 ounces, and so I'll talk to Jim and we can just reevaluate the pricing. I want to assure you that we are not looking at this as a profit. I don't actually know how that pricing came about, so I will follow up with Jim and just look through that and make sure that items are priced appropriately. So I know that we're looking at adding some items, and after my talk on Tuesday, I had some residents make some suggestions as to what they would like to see added to the grocery list. So if you have a suggestion and we can accommodate that and add that to the grocery list, please feel free to call me or email and let me know. I think that we're adding Greek yogurt and cottage cheese and maybe even some prune juice. So We can only get better if you let us know what items are important to you, and if we can make it happen for you, we absolutely will. So we recognize that this is a very difficult and trying time for you. So want to be open to your suggestions. And let's see here. So a couple of fun things. So if you haven't been in the Clubhouse lately, in the display case, there is a roll of toilet paper, and I think it was Louise Freeman who said, hey, let's do an auction on this toilet paper. So one roll of toilet paper is up to $18, and of course the proceeds would go to support the foundation. So it's COVID-19 versus the Scholarship Foundation, and one roll of toilet paper is up to $18. So that's kind of a fun thing. And then lastly, and then I'm going to turn this over to Meryl. Lastly, if you have a computer and you have access to Facebook, I would just ask you to find Sandhill Cove on Facebook, and if you like how we are handling this and you know, anything positive that you can say about the situation, give us a thumbs up on Facebook and leave us a good word. That always helps us in our social media and our continued efforts to marketing. So marketing did have a sale this month, in the month of March. There were a couple people that did back out, but Jill continues to work on them, and there's some very strategic opportunities with email blasts and you know, additional phone outs and so forth. So anything that you can do to help market Sandhill Cove and your experience here would be greatly, greatly appreciated, and I do thank you for that. And let's see here, Meryl, I think, is that it for me?
I think.
All right, so Meryl's going to come up with you and share a few words, and I just really do thank you for your continued support, your engagement, and this too shall pass, but I would just encourage you to continue to honor the 6-foot social distancing, and these next couple of weeks are really where the rubber hits the road, so we appreciate your attention and following the recommended guidelines from the state as well as here at Sandhill Cove. All right, you gonna try and take the mic now? There you go. Got it.
Even exchange. I'm gonna hitchhike a little bit on what Sean had to say and reinforce some of it, because on behalf of the Residents Council, I want everybody to understand that we thank every one of you for following these rules. We recognize that this creates loneliness and that you think the walls are closing in on you and everything. So we're doing everything in our power, but we really appreciate that despite the ever-increasing pressure of this, you guys are holding to the guidelines, and that's the most important thing. I also want to hitchhike on a little bit of the positive side that Sean talked about, developing new things. I think we're trying to work to come up with new ideas that people can use, working with the guidelines, not trying to beat the guidelines, but working within them, and have some relief from every day here. One thing that I've been exploring, and I haven't had a lot of success yet, but we're looking into, is can we play some games on the internet? I've seen a lot of websites that claim they can do it, so that I'm trying to find a way that, for instance, 4 people here in 2 different locations could play bridge or hearts or whatever it might be. I've even gotten our friend Aaron involved a little bit, and some other people that are expert in tech stuff, which I'm not. But we're trying to find additional outlets like that Sean mentioned before. Some of them, we're going to try to work on things that you can do other than Zoom with each other, which you could do now, but actually play some kind of a game. Another idea I have, which is a little unformed right now, and I just sprung it on Sean earlier, so we got to talk about it some more, is we don't have a corner on the idea market here. Everybody could have good ideas. And one of the things, is still working? Okay. One of the things I would like to look into is having a little bit of a contest with all residents and have you submit ideas that you think would work for you and your fellow residents. that would keep you within the guidelines, but would actually add some additional fun into your lives during this time period. So I'm going to try to set that up. We'll try to have it done by the Tuesday update, and we'll figure out exactly how to do it. And I think if we come up with some ideas that really work and make everybody happy, people should be rewarded for what they came up with. So
Free roll of toilet paper.
free toilet paper. How about that? That would be really, given the fact that they're going for $18 now, I think we would like that very much. Anyway, stay tuned for Tuesday, because on Tuesday I want to come back to you and say, okay, here's how I'd like to run this contest to see if we can get every idea that anybody has about how to make this more fun during this very trying time. Okay, so with that, I think we'll be back on Tuesday. That's it from here.